Hello knitters, Faye Lim from Strands Knitting Studio in San Clemente, California. 13 days left, that's all there is. I have ideas and classes for the first of the year, so stay tuned. If you're wanting to make, there's still time. We got fast knits. Hats are always fast. You can knit a hat in no time. And if it's a bigger yarn, bigger needles, you can really knit it in no time. Cowls you can do, scarves you can do, felted booties you can do. I'm going to talk about felting a little bit later. But we have lots of ideas in here, so if you're still struggling, come in. We can help you with that. So the blanket class is going to start in the end of January, January 26th. The blanket class is the best way to take your knitting, no matter how long you've been knitting, to the next level. And literally, beginners to advanced people who've been knitting a while have taken the class, and everybody gets something positive out of it, and they just feel more confident in what they're doing. So the blanket class is the fourth Sunday of every month from 10 to 12, fourth Sunday, 10 to 12. So the starting date of this is January 26th. You knit 20 blocks, that's 2 blocks a month, plus then we have a couple of months to get it sewn together and put together and everything. So here's the blanket class. This is 16 of the squares, which I've shown you, and I've got other pictures of other people's blankets. And here's some more of our squares. So this square, isn't that pretty? Shell stitch. This is called Legato, and Andrew Mowry just did a sweater out of this stitch. This is Fun Stitch. So you learn everything. You learn pattern reading. You learn all these different types of stitches and different ways that we manipulate the knit stitch and the purl stitch to make all of this happen. Because that's all these, we only have 2 stitches, but there's all this manipulation we can do with them, and it creates all these different patterns and textures and stuff. You'll learn lace, you'll learn cabling, you'll learn bobbles, you'll learn lifelines, you learn how to read patterns. By the, several months in, you'll sort of get how patterns talk, how they speak, how they're written, and what that all means. And usually what happens is the first couple months, I'm very busy during the first 2 classes, like helping everybody, and everybody needs help. By around the 4th or 5th month, I can start knitting. I can knit while people are doing these blocks, because most of the time they can start doing it themselves. They don't need me holding their hand every second like we do at the beginning. So it happens fast. You get confidence fast. And it's just so much fun. And you're with the same group of people for the year, so you all get to know each other, and so it's a nice social thing. And you will probably miss a class or 2. And you can always come to a workshop. Even if you didn't miss a class and you need some help, just come to a workshop and I can help you. I do a lot of texting. We can do a lot on texting. I can answer tons of questions on the texting me. And then I also have some little videos that I sort of send out for Stitch, so you can, see a video, because sometimes my words are pictures way better. So there's lots of support during the year. I'm there during the year to support however you need supported to get through this. And this year, I think I've got pictures of 3 totally finished blankets by the last class, which does not usually happen, because the last class we're usually trying to finish sewing up rows and starting to put on the border. And I actually had 3 people done. That was really great. And several that are going to be done, by Christmas, they'll be done. So it is possible to get it done. You just want to make sure that you are keeping up. So from the day when you have your first class, if at all possible, get those blocks done like in the first week, and while you're still remembering everything that's going on, and then you have the rest of the month to do whatever you want to do. And so it's really good to sort of get them out of the way as quick as possible while it's all up here in your head, and you don't have to go, oh shoot, what did you say about that, and stuff like that. So that's the trick to getting this done, and not much stress in getting it done. So blanket class is yarn. So we use Chow you'll have 3 colors. You'll need 5 skeins of 3 colors. You'll need an extra skein for your border and 1 accent color that we put in throughout the blocks. So you're going to come in, you're going to pick out your colors. We will special order all that, and you'll prepay for it, and then we'll get it in and get you started. You need 2 sets of 8s because you're going to have 2 blocks going at a time. So 2 size 8 24-inch needles. And then every month you'll come with them already casted on. I will be sending you'll get the cast on for the first 2 blocks, and you're going to knit 5 rows of a seed stitch, which is a knit 1, purl 1, but it's offset so that it's not a rib. The knits are lined up, the purls are lined up. A seed stitch, you'll have a knit here, and on the next, and this will be a purl, the next time the knit will be here, so that it goes like this, it alternates. It's still just knit 1, purl 1, but you just have, what do you have to start the row with? So that's what you do every month to get ready for class, is you get those casted on so they're ready to go. And yeah, so this is a lot of fun. I'm going to have, I don't think I put them in last week. I said I had people talking about it and then I forgot to put it in. So I will have some people talking about it.
We're in the middle of sewing these together. These are 4 of my top row of my new blanket. It's been a wonderful, wonderful year. This is the 11th month already, and we've learned 2 new ways to knit our new stitches, and it's been a glorious, really fun time. So thanks.
Okay, now, okay, I've had so much fun. I've met all these lovely people. I've learned how to do baubles, make an owl, like, what was that one where you'd go down below and then, okay, that was fun, and I've learned patience. But overall, it's been the best.
Okay.
Well, I took the blanket class this year, and it was awesome. Thank you, Phelan, and thank you from all the ladies that were in class with me. We had a great time. I learned how to do color work. Never done color work before, and I learned how to do some cable and all these interesting designs. So I encourage anybody to take the class, because it's a lot of fun and you learn a lot.
And yeah, so come in, check it out, sign up, and we do have a closing. 10, 12 people is like it. And then we will see you in January. And you can come in anytime now. We have the colors to pick from, and you can come in anytime, sign up. I would sign up even if you can't get in until the first of the year, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. But get your name on the list just so I know that you are interested. Okay, so our first upcoming class is going to be Knitting 911, which is how to fix your knitting, which everybody's always like, I need a class for that. But yeah, but you have to, it's a process. Even if you take it, you'll understand a lot after taking the class, because I can really take time to really go through stuff. But it's still, you have to just have knitted enough for you and taken out enough, because it's really taking out that you learn what's going on. The knitting part, you don't really learn what's going on. It's when you start to have to take things out that then, like, your brain can go, oh, I see what's happening now, you know, that kind of thing. So the Knitting 911 class will be January 4th, which is a Saturday from 12 to 2. And so you'll just come with your pen, have a sheet of paper, have a pen or a pencil. I will have swatches here for you, so you don't have to bring anything, just yourself, and wanting to learn how the heck do we fix this knitting. So January 4th, 12 to 2. Okay, the other thing I'm going to run once a month this year is a sweater class. So the sweater class isn't for a specific sweater. It's for starting a sweater. So I will once a month to help you start sweaters, which means we got to get the measure. You got to do a gauge swatch. We got to get the right measurements off some garment that you like. And then we have to get the pattern set up and make sure that the gauge and the pattern are talking to each other so that everything's going to work out. So the class is for setting up your sweater, because that's where all the important work is done before you hardly even cast on. And then once you cast on and we've done all that work, sweaters are pretty much good. like they're successful, they fit correctly and all that stuff. So that's what the sweater class is for. It's not like you're going to finish a sweater or even like, you know, and then if you need help further on in the sweater, with your sweater, you just come to a workshop and I can get you over whatever, you know, the next step is or something like that. Or you can do it private if you want to. And you could also come to the next time. You could come to other sweater classes, even though you're in the middle of your sweater, that would be fine too, if you wanted to. But any of the workshops you could come to if you're like, okay, I'm on this part I don't understand, and you know, that kind of thing. So that's a sweater class, and that's what they will do. I'm going to run them once a month for the year, and that's what they are for. So the first sweater class is January 11th from 12 to 2. So that's a Saturday, January 11th, 12 to 2. I have solved the issue of felting. I'm so excited. So felting is when you knit something and it's in wool. It's wool, it's not treated or anything. And you know how if you have a wool sweater back in the day, you stuck it in the dry washer, and when you took it out, when you put it in, it was this big. When you took it out, it was this big. That's felting. Felting happens. There's not much you have to do to it. It just happens. So the felting is, and we do a lot of slippers, but you can do bags. There's so many things, hats. So that's what it looks like before it's felted. So it's just a knitted, and then this is what it looks like after it's felted. So you can tell the fabric, like the stitch definition goes away, and the size difference is rather large. So you can see the size difference. So what's happened is, used to the old machines agitated really well. Felting was easy. Everybody could felt their own things. Then we got all these new machines where they swish around and they don't agitate enough. Some of them you can get it to felt. Some of them, it doesn't matter how often you run it, how many times you run it through, it never really felts. It sort of felts, but not really. And you also can't stop it in the middle. When it's getting almost time to be done felting, you have to stop and be able to stop the machine, pick it up and see if it's done. And most machines, you can't do that. Even the top loaders, the newer top loaders, they're better, and you might be able to get it to do, but even they don't agitate. They still just go like this, you know, where the other one would, you know. So the agitation isn't quite the same. Well, I've heard about this and I've looked into it. I just don't know. But they have come out with this little tiny, and I'll put a picture up here, little tiny portable washing device. I'm not even calling it a machine, device. And what's different about it than the other ones is it actually has a little thing in the middle there that swirls it around. Christine, I bought a baby washing machine to try felting out. So it's this little guy, and then I've got a clog in there right now. Probably can't see too much. Lighting's terrible. It changes directions and everything. How crazy is this? So it keeps going one way and it changes directions. And Lord, this took less than 20 minutes to felt. I'm so excited because I ran it for 5 minutes and I could, okay, it's felting. It's felting. And I just used hot water from my tap, the hottest water I could get. And then I ran it for another 10 minutes and oh my God, it was felt. I didn't even check. I should have been checking on it because it's got like a crease here that I didn't want to have. But yeah, oh my gosh. So I am going to be able to do felting classes. I'm so happy. So in January, February, we'll probably do our first one, and it'll probably be a bag because those are easy to felt. You don't have to fit anything. And a felted bag, you don't have to line. They're wonderful. It's wonderful. It's just so, and it's so much fun. It's just this whole other, part of knitting that is just so much fun to do. And it's back. So I don't know quite how we'll do that. I don't know if I'll probably have at least one machine here. Our problem is the hot water because we don't have hot water in our bathroom. We only have freezing cold water. But also that little machine was only $40. So it's not like it's a big expenditure. So if you get into felting, that you could get one of those so that you can always do your own felting. But I'm so excited because felting's gonna happen. It's just so much fun. So stay tuned for felting. Okay, that's it. Now, last week's video, which if you're on YouTube, just go down, go down into my station. In last week's video, I toured the store and talked about all the different things we have and what you can knit with them. So if you're wondering what we have and ideas, go back to that video because there's a lot of ideas and stuff of what to do and what we have, and you can see what we have and all that kind of good stuff. So again, it's 13 days as of today, 13 days. So I hope you're getting all your knitted gifts done. And if you already got them done, then it's time, because January is Selfish Knitting Month. So if you're done, we got to talk about this other thing. So if you're done, it's time to think about yourself now, because you're probably gifting and all that kind of stuff. So this is where a sweater comes in January 11th. So you'll need to come before then to get your yarn and to get a swatch knitted up and stuff like that for the class. So you can come in, and we've got so many yarns to pick from bulky sweaters to not so bulky sweaters, and some fuzzy sweaters, some alpaca sweaters. There's a lot of options for sweaters, or vests. You could also do a vest and cardigan. Cardigan, pullover, vests, all count. Or you can even just make sure you're knitting yourself a hat and glove, or a hat and scarf set or something. Just something for yourself, something with no pressure, something with beautiful yarn, because that's half of the reason you knit, is because the yarn's beautiful. And so, make yourself a scarf with some beautiful yarn, or a hat, or a sweater. Shawls. We're going to do some shawls. I got some shawls coming up. Shawls are really fun to do, and there's some really amazing shawls that have all these beautiful stitch definition stuff in them, color work, and you're not doing a whole sweater to do that. It's like really fun. So shawls are good. And if you don't know about Ravelry, there's a click that underneath this video, there's a link that goes to like all the projects I talk about in the videos and stuff. It's there. But that's Ravelry. So then you can click over to Ravelry. You have to make yourself an account. It's free, but it's an enormous database. If you don't know about Ravelry, oh my God, it's an enormous database for all things fiber, knit, crochet, and the patterns. Everybody's patterns are there. Very few patterns are not on Ravelry. You might find them on Instagram or Pinterest, but you'll also find them on Ravelry. And personally, I like to buy everything through Ravelry. One, just to support them. Two, it's always in one place. I don't go, oh, did I buy that on Pinterest? Did I buy it on Etsy? Where did I buy that pattern? It all ends up on Ravelry, and then I know where it is. So just, find something for yourself. Mitts, fingerless mitts, those are fun too. So find something for yourself. And I hope to see you in the studio real soon. Bye.